Hi, and thanks for tuning in to Suite Talk. Today we'll be covering the estimating basics within Construction Suite using our very own OnCost project estimating. Your primary location for all things estimating within Construction Suite is going to be on our Estimating tab, located over here on the left sidebar, as you can see. Once you select that Estimating tab, you'll see you have a number of resources available to you. The first of which is all of your recent estimate files that you've been working on within Construction Suite, as well as some details with those. You can see whether or not the estimating file is the primary file for the project based on that check mark you'll see here. You will of course see the name of the estimate file that you were working on, and then the last date modified for that file. On the bottom half of the screen you'll see all of our existing estimate templates that we have available. These can either be the predefined templates that we have provided you with, or any templates that you have created and saved to the program. You can navigate through those by choosing the folder that you would like to view, and then as you see, each one of these estimate templates on the right hand side will change as you navigate through those. And finally, you have the ability to create a new estimate file, whether it is based off one of the templates or from a blank estimate that you choose to create on your own. That is done by choosing the Launch Estimate Wizard icon here, and as you can see, you do have those two options to either use a predefined estimate template or to create a new blank estimate. In this case, we're going to create a predefined estimate, and you'll see we have the drop down available that shows all of our available templates that we have created or have come with the software. Today we're going to choose a residential sample and continue there. Next you'll have to assign a project to the estimate file you're creating, so choose this little project icon and it will give you a list of all of the projects that you have within Construction Suite. In this case we're going to choose Estimating Basics and select OK. Now we'll continue to the last part of the Estimate Wizard, which will allow us to set any materials or services sales tax that we have on our items. You can set this here, or you can do this later in the estimate, which we will cover. In this case, we'll wait and we will click Finish. Once the estimate has been created, you can see that we have a predefined framework here already because we used a template on our Project Totals page. And so that's going to be the categories, planning, foundation, framing, and on down, etc. And then underneath those we have our subcategories, so design services, permits, site work, footers labor, framing labor, etc. all the way down. And that is the most level of detail we will see on our Project Totals page, which we are on now. Now if we would like to see a little bit more detail, such as the line item level of detail within our estimate, we can do that by navigating to one of the individual category sheets and seeing the line items underneath the subcategories. And that can be done in a couple of ways. The first way is to simply click on the name here of the category, and that will take you directly to the sheet. The second is to choose the tab down here at the bottom that corresponds to the category you would like to navigate to. And the third is by clicking this drop-down menu up here and selecting the category that you would like to view. In this case, we're going to go to Planning. You can now see that we have subcategories that we saw on the Project Totals page, but underneath some of these we have line items as well. And that really allows you to go into the more detailed aspect of the estimate, really break those subcategories down and give yourself some line items to distribute these costs to. And those will then total up to the subcategory total and give you that total that you saw on the Project Totals sheet right here. Now you may notice that some of these subcategories do have line items and some do not, and that is a result of the method column that we have here. As you can see, this one is set to lump sum and this one is set to detailed. And if it's not apparent, those differences are going to be the lump sum is just going to let you put a single lump sum cost in for a subcategory without going into any line item detail, such as this 5,000 cost we see here. But the detailed, if you switch back here to lump sum, you'll see these line items disappear. If we go back to detailed, you'll see you have the ability to add individual line items and put the costs, quantities, and other unit values in there as well. Now, if you would like to add or delete any item subcategories or categories from the estimate, it's very simple. We'll start with the item since we're on the detailed portion here. All you have to do is right click on any row. It'll bring up the menu for you. Click delete row. It will get rid of that item, and if you want to add it back, all you need to do is click this add item link right underneath the subcategory. Insert an item. Type in the name and it'll be right back where you had it. Same thing with subcategories. If you would like to delete an entire subcategory, right-click Delete Row. Or if you'd like to add one, click the Add Subcategory link at anywhere on the page that you see one, and it will add the subcategory right there. Now categories are going to have to be added and deleted from the Project Totals page. So if we navigate down here to the bottom to the Project Totals tab, You'll see that we have our categories showing here in blue. Say we want to delete exterior windows and doors. All we have to do is right click on that, delete the category, select OK, and it's gone. If we would like to add any new categories into the estimate, say that we don't have something in the template that we would currently like to use, all we do is again click this Add Category link. We have a new category here, and we can add any subcategories or items beneath that. Now let's talk a little bit about exactly how the estimating will work within our OnCost program here. And so to do that, let's go to one of our category sheets so we can see a little more detail for the line items. You'll notice we have a few columns here that are going to contribute to the estimated value and the total price of your items. The main two are going to be the quantity and cost column. So you can go ahead and put quantities and costs in for each of these items, or subcategories if they're a lump sum. And those will multiply together to give you the estimate value. Once you have your estimate value, you can then apply the tax type or sales tax to get the total cost. Right now we did not set any sales tax for our materials or services, so we have a sales tax of 0. If you forgot to do that in the initial setup or the estimate wizard and you would like to go back and do that, you can go up here to the tools menu and choose our options. Not only do you have the ability to choose some of your settings for the estimate and how that's going to kind of flow and function with the way that you use your estimating system, but you can also come up here to the taxes tab and then reset your taxes as well. So in this case, let's say that we have a 5% local materials tax and a 6% local service tax. We can put that in, and now you'll see that we do have all of these materials items set with a sales tax. That sales tax will then add to the estimated value to give you the total cost. And then once you have your total cost, you can add an individual line item markup, and we'll say this is going to be an 8%, to give you the new total price. You can see that again, that goes quantity and cost give you the estimated value. Once you add sales tax, that gives you the total cost. And then once you add markup to the total cost, it gives you the total price. Now you do have the option to show some other columns that will give you some additional information, or to hide columns that you don't need. The easiest way to do that and customize it is to come up here to any of these column headers on the estimate, right click it, and choose the option to show or hide columns. This will bring up a menu that has all of our available columns of information to you here, and you can go through and choose which ones you would like to see and not see, and choose those check boxes for the ones you would like. So say if you want to show the classification of these items, you would like to show the units as well, you can select OK after checking those. You will now see that we have the classification, labor, material, subcontractor, equipment, other, and we also have the units. So this is just estimate, this is per unit. You can have anything from square feet to linear feet to cubic yards, whatever it may be. Those units will show there, and that additional information can be very useful going throughout the estimate. Now we do also have some predefined views as well that aren't quite as customizable, but will allow you to quickly switch between the information that you see. Those can be located down in the bottom right hand corner of the estimate. The standard view will be very simple, just give you the quantity, cost, and total price with some additional information. The organizational view will give you a few more options as far as how you're classifying things, the classification, dimensions, contact group, etc. Financial view will go a little bit more into the financial side of things, obviously. It'll give you the estimated values, taxes, your actuals, whether this is from QuickBooks or manually inserted, your variance then between your actual and estimated value or total price, sales tax, total cost, markup, and then total price as well. And finally, the advanced view is going to give you just about everything we have to offer. You can see if we scroll to the right, there are many categories or columns that you have available to you. And if you were to check the show or hide columns, you'll see that every one of these is checked. Those are the basics of estimating. We will have a few other Sweet Talk videos that go a little more in depth on certain aspects of estimating, such as the items database, how to use change orders, options, and allowances, as well as a few other things such as overhead and margin and markup. But for now, the main thing you need to know is once you've created this beautiful estimate within the program, all you need to do to save it is go up to the File tab, choose the Additional File dropdown, and you can either save or save as this project estimate to the project that you would like, or you can save this estimate as a template to use going forward for multiple other jobs so you won't have to go through all the work to recreate it again. Thanks again for joining us today with our Sweet Talk video on estimating basics. If you have any other questions, be sure to check out our other videos or contact us here at UDA. Thank you.